next day, Monday morning, we quickly go to the public institution as we're doing on a daily basis. And we found that no, the operation is not necessary anymore. He's got a bug infection that he picked up in the hospital. And he needs to be put in isolation. We asked the doctors, how is it possible that we get this bug? They're telling us that the only way he could have picked up the bug is in hospital because of the hygiene conditions. We saw Papa deteriorating from a good heart rate, fighting. We were speaking to him on a daily basis that, Papa, please fight. And he couldn't move. The only movement he did was his head and nodding and telling us, yes, I'm fighting. But unfortunately, he was moved back into ICU after they could not treat the infection that he picked up in hospital. While in ICU, he made sure that he waits for his daughter, my wife's birthday, and also the younger sister's birthday. He passed on the day after the younger sister's birthday. And it was a sad situation for the family. So in so saying, South Africans and family, we were very much hurt as a family when we asked for donations of an icon and the public did not respond. And we need to put it out there. And I would like to also acknowledge JJ for the contribution, Professor JJ for the contribution he did on his show. We tend to celebrate people and fill up halls and demand to be in programs while people are dead. But when they are alive, we don't celebrate those people. We don't embrace those legends that we should be embracing. A community saves lives. I'm not saying that we should do it for Papa. I'm saying that we as a community, we should all look out for each other. When there's help needed next door or in front opposite you, let's all stand up and give that help that's required. You will hear many speakers come today and telling you how Papa lives this life. He will always share his last cent with somebody that needs it. And he would not even have money himself. If he went to a shop to go buy something and somebody asked him for money, he will give him that last money and not even come back with the bread that he promised that it will come with. That's the type of person that he was. Yes, indeed, we did require 700,000 of surgery. And like I said, we only managed to raise 100,000 out of South Africa. It's a sad situation for the family. We've been through a traumatic time. That's why we have not spoken about this on any publication or to anybody. But I would like to also acknowledge the leadership of AISA when they had the call that Papa is no more. They were the first actually to jump and say, look, as the music union industry, where can we do and where can we help? Today is a state funeral. With that being said, the approval only came yesterday, midday. All the resources that you are seeing here were done by the family. At the back of their minds, they still have debts of the private institution that they were at. At the back of their minds, we still have debts of the government institution, the academic institution that was helping Papa to have the second operation. We didn't even know that we pay at government institutions. Mama Nomvula, we were given a bill of 93,000 at a government institution. 93,000. I've never heard of that before. No one actually told us that we were going to pay. If we had to pay 93,000, we would have kept Papa for that duration in a private institution. and we would not have picked up that infection. He would have been kept in the ICU where he would have been monitored on a 24-hour basis. South Africans, that's how we lost Papa. There are many articles out there. That is not the truth. Some have even buried him last week. Some have even buried him last month. But he fought a good 7 weeks while in hospital, in a hospital bed. And I'm extremely proud of that man. Every time I walked into that IC unit, I told him the same word, Papa, I'm proud of you. I don't think there's any man that can stand this pain. But he did it for a full 7 weeks. South Africans, that's all that we want to say. We acknowledge the dignitaries that are also in the house that also came. Premier Panyaza Lesufi came with Ntate Mzwakembuli. We acknowledge you for your presence. The current city mayor, who was also there, the current city mayor of Tshwane, we also acknowledge you for helping us out when we're in need. The MEC Lekhabe, we also acknowledge you for also making time for us. To Mamu Konyani, we have received the flowers and we also acknowledge you. To the Limpopo music, Limpopo arts movement also, Ntate Mpoza, we recognize you and we thank you for your participation also. To the artists also that, when they heard about our cries, raising funds, trying to raise funds, that was a thoughtful gesture. Although we stopped with the last hour, we saw the condition of Papa. Hence, we did not want to continue with the fundraising. But we are very much thankful for your efforts and time. To Sony Music also, we would like to say thank you to Sony Music for also agreeing to launch Papa's CD today, which is Obano Zopepe Sangami. Well, I'm gone. And I would also like to ask the communities out there to stream it in memory of Papa. Anything you want to say? I think that's all I have to say in terms of debriefing the South Africans and media and the dignitaries at large about what transpired during that